Hola kunjani? Hey Tawala, hello, hi. Welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing this face for the very first time, welcome to the family. Become an official member of the family by hitting the subscribe button. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Head off to the comment section down below to say hi. If you're trying to move to Korea, let us all know. If you've got questions, comment section, or you can also head off to my Instagram. I am K2Tiara on Instagram, and I'm also K2Tiara on Twitter. You are here because you saw the title of today's video, which is so exciting. Today we're talking all things Korea, darling. I will be telling you about TaLK program, Epik program, and Hagwon. What are those? What are those, you ask? Well, stay tuned and I'll give you more information. TaLK. TaLK stands for Teach and Learn in Korea. So the TaLK program is more of a scholarship really than a teaching gig, although you will be teaching, but it is more of a scholarship. Hence, they call people under the TaLK program TaLK scholars. TaLK is a public school government-based program, and it is a sister program to the Epik program. Epik stands for English Program in Korea. Epik is actually more of a teaching gig than TaLK is. And then we also have Hagwons. Hagwons are private academies, after-school private academies. So, teaching hours. With TaLK, you will teach about 15 hours a week, meaning you have 15 periods a week. Sometimes it could be less, you could be lucky and you have less periods. Usually it's really 15 hours or less. It could be more depending on your school. If they need you to work extra, maybe 2 extra classes or whatever, they'll discuss it with you and you will get paid for that. Usually Epik teachers will work about 22 hours a week. And Hagwon teachers will usually work about 30 hours a week. Alright, now let's talk qualification. Do you qualify to be part of these programs? With the TaLK program, you need a minimum of a diploma, aka associate's degree. So if you have a diploma or an associate's degree in any field of study, you qualify for the TaLK program. You also qualify for the TaLK program if you have 2 years. You have completed 2 years towards any degree. That's TaLK. Now, Epik. With Epik, you need a minimum of a degree. An associate will not get you through the door. It has to be a degree or higher. A degree in any field of study. Same as Hagwons. With a Hagwon, you also need a minimum of a degree in any field of study. A diploma, aka associate's degree, will not get you through the door. Legally in Korea, with a diploma, you can really only teach with the TaLK program. Legally. Okay. Now, let's discuss recruitment. How do you get a job with TaLK, Epik, and or Hagwon? With TaLK, you can go directly to their website and apply right through their website. I will leave the website link down in the description box. So please do head off to the description box after this video. Check it out. Go onto the website, read. Do your research, get your info, okay? You can also go through my YouTube channel. There are plenty. This is the land of milk and honey, darling. There's all kinds of videos about different topics to do, mostly with the TaLK program, and of course being an au pair in America and other amazing things. Just go through the channel. So with TaLK, you can be recruited through directly the TaLK program. With Epik, same thing with Epik, you can be recruited directly through the website. You follow the same website for both TaLK and Epik, and then it will take you to where you need to go. You'll get the forms and all of that good stuff, and then you can apply. If you're from South Africa, you can also apply through and I guess you can call them a recruitment agency called GoldKey. Me personally, I applied through the program straight. Like I went to the website, clicked the website, went on the website, and then I applied like that. I've never worked with GoldKey, so I don't know if you need to pay any extra fees to them to help you or anything like that. But one thing I will say is when you're applying, because these programs do really want you to submit a whole lot of documents. So if you are working with GoldKey and you have questions and you get stuck, you're not sure what you need to do, you always have them to help you. If you have questions, they're there to answer you. If you're not sure what you still need to submit, they'll be there to answer you, to help you with questions as to where you can get things apostilled and things like that. So maybe working with GoldKey might be an advantage for you. And once again, of course, I am also here to answer as many questions as I can and to help you as much as I can with what I can help you with, of course. Right. With a Hagwon, recruitment with a Hagwon, you could find jobs with a Hagwon really through word of mouth or through the schools, straight through the schools, or through a recruiter. You can find a recruiter, work with a recruiter, and you can also work with multiple recruiters to find a Hagwon job. Or you can also go on Facebook. There are so many pages on Facebook where schools in Korea will post jobs and vacancies, or maybe a teacher who's teaching at the Hagwon and is leaving will post her or his vacancy, upcoming vacancy of the school or whatever. But you can also find these positions on Facebook. Just look for all these. I'll try and find some of the groups on Facebook and put them down somewhere here or in the description box. So just go on Facebook, look at those pages, and then keep a lookout for a job at a Hagwon. Teaching. Now with TaLK, you usually teach at one school, just one school. And with TaLK, it's elementary school. You teach usually at one school or sometimes at like two schools. You might have two schools, but that is a very special case. With Epik, however, you might find yourself teaching multiple schools. It can be 2 schools, 3 schools, 6 schools for all you know. It's like crazy. Epik is crazy. You never really know how many schools you're gonna get until you get them. And also you teach either elementary or middle school with Epik. With a Hagwon, it's a mix of grades and ages, because this is people who come in from their, everyday school and then they come to the Hagwon for after school extra English lessons. That's pretty much what a Hagwon is. With a Hagwon, you only teach at one school. You just teach multiple, like different grades. You teach different ages, different levels, and stuff like that. And when it comes to how you teach in terms of, is it curriculum, is it after school, TaLK is advertised as an after school program, but that's not entirely what it is, because although sometimes you will be an after school English teacher, you might find yourself also teaching curriculum classes. Curriculum classes are where you follow a curriculum set out by your school. It can be a book that you need to follow and you're teaching out of that book. With Epik, same thing. They usually do curriculums. They follow whatever the curriculum the school is following. And with Hagwons, it also depends on what that school is doing, what curriculum they're following, and that's just how you teach. So with TaLK, because we do a lot of after school classes, usually after school classes require you to plan your own lessons. You come up with your own topic, you come up with the activities, you come up with the games, everything. You come up with your own curriculum. So that's what you need to know also for the TaLK program. And although the TaLK program is advertised as being placed in rural areas, that's not always the case. Me, for example, I live in the city. Although my school is in rural areas, I live in the city. So I spend about 40 minutes a day traveling to work, to my school. And I do have friends that live in the city and their schools are in the city. So it's not always that with TaLK you will absolutely be placed in the rural areas. That's not always the case. You can be as lucky as me and be placed in the city. Some people who are with Epik also find themselves in some sort of rural areas sometimes. So especially if you're not choosy, like other people will be like, I'm applying with Epik, but I want to be placed in Busan or I want to be placed in Seoul. So those people are obviously being like, I want the city. But other people don't really care. They just want to come here and work wherever, and they don't really care. So there are chances that you might be placed in like a school that is in like a rural area. But I mean, that's okay, right? I mean, who cares, right? With a Hagwons are usually in the city. It really depends on what Hagwon you find, where you find it, but they are usually in the city. Intake. Now, the TaLK program does intakes in February and in August. Epik does intakes also in February and in August. But at the time, you will apply for the February intake and they'll be like, okay, you applied for February, but we're going to move you to April. You will come in for the April intake, or you apply for August and they're like, okay, we're going to move you for the September intake, or we're going to move you to the October intake. So Epik, although you usually apply for February intake or August intake, they will sometimes move you to a different month and be like, although you applied for Feb, we'll move you to April or something like that. But as for Hagwons actually do intakes throughout the year. Hagwons are always hiring, guys, and even right now with the coronavirus pandemic, where TaLK and Epik are kind of iffy, they've, like, for example, the TaLK program has paused the intakes. Epik is saying that they're just going to take a limited number of people. You can always move on to a Hagwon because Hagwons are hiring throughout the year. Even right now during this whole pandemic thing, they are the ones that are mostly hiring. And although because of the pandemic, you will need to come with a negative COVID test. You will need to, I think, go into quarantine and pay for your own quarantine. But of course, do your research, find out what it is that you need to do to move here post-corona or during corona, whatever it is. Let's talk about cha-ching, cha-ching. Let's talk about payment. TaLK program, you get paid 1.5 million Korean won. As to how much that is in rands or in dollars, I'll put it somewhere on the screen. And with Epik, you get paid from anything from 2.1 million won to 2.4 million won. So with Epik, what they do is, for example, if your salary starts at 2.1 million, the following year, if you stay with Epik, you will get an increase of 100,000. So then it will be 2.2, and then the following year will be 2.3, and then 2.4. But what I heard is 2.4 is like the roof. It doesn't go above that. So if you stay with Epik for more than 4 years, you're still going to stay at 2.4 million won. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the information, the research that I got. With a Hagwon, it goes anything from 1.8 million won to 2.7 million won or above, depending on your contract, the way you negotiated, the experience you have, and all of that. That also goes with Epik. It also depends on your experience and things like that. With TaLK, you can come here with a 20-year experience. You're still going to get paid 1.5 million Korean won. Let's talk about incentives. There are other incentives that comes with the different programs. For example, with TaLK, when you come, you get an entrance allowance of 1.3 million Korean won. I think that you can kind of say that's your flight money, although it's not really your flight money, but I mean, you can say that's what it is. So you get an entrance allowance of 1.3 million Korean won, and then you will also get what do they call it? You get 300,000 Korean won for like that money is meant to help you move into a new apartment. It's meant to help you buy new stuff that you need in your apartment. So that's TaLK. With Epik, I believe you also get 1.3 million, correct me if I'm wrong, for an entrance fee. And I'm not sure how much else you get, if there's anything else you will get after that.
Okay guys, so after shooting this video, I did some more research and I learned that with Epik, when you renew your contract, you get a renewal bonus. So I believe every year you renew, you get a bonus. And what that means is when you renew the first month of your new contract, you will get paid twice. How cool is that? When you leave, your severance package depends on how long you've been here. If you've been here for 2 years, then your severance package will be worth 2 months' pay. If you've been here for 5 years, then you will get five months' pay as your bonus. I've said this a few times. I believe Epik is the way. But all of this, I believe, depends also on your province. It depends on your province, how they do things and how this whole bonus thing work. But honestly, I say if you have a degree, go for Epik. It's hassle-free, stress-free. It's just the way.
And then when you leave with TaLK, you will get again 1.3 million Korean won if you're on a 1-year contract. If you're on 6 months contract, you just get the entrance allowance but not the exit allowance. With a Hagwon, I am not sure how a Hagwon. I don't think they have like an entrance fee or anything like that. Okay. Some of the other incentives are when you stay here, you will get health insurance. So your school will pay half and then you will pay half. With TaLK, you pay half, they pay half. Same thing with Epik and same thing with Hagwons. That's what usually needs to happen. You pay half, they pay half. And then you will get housing. Your school, or whether it's TaLK, Epik or Hagwons, you should be getting free housing. You have to obviously pay for electricity and gas and whatever other bills that you are accumulating yourself. But they have to provide housing, half of medical insurance, and TaLK, when you leave after your 1 year contract, you will get your exit allowance. But if you stay for 2 years, you will also get a severance bonus. So you will get another 1.5 million won if you stay consecutively for 2 years with the TaLK program. With a Hagwon, you usually do get a severance. How much it is, I don't know. It might be equivalent to your monthly paycheck. For example, if you're getting 2.3 million a month, then your severance might be 2.3 million extra for the month that you leave. And some Hagwons will also give you a one-way ticket home. So when you go home, they will give you money for you to buy a flight ticket. But guys, that's not always the case. So you really, if you're going to come here through a Hagwon, you really need to do your research. You need to make sure this school is legit. It's going to take care of you. They're not going to give you the runarounds. When you get paid, they won't give you problems. When you have to leave, they won't give you problems because there are so many dodgy stories up in this place about Hagwon. So make sure you've done your research so that due diligence, so that you don't come here and get stuck in a foreign country. It is not nice. Vacation! Super well vacation right now, let me tell you. Super well, a whole Doha, a whole Bali type of vibe. But with vacation, with the TaLK program, if you are on a 6-month contract, you will have 7 paid vacation days, weekdays. Obviously Saturday and Sundays don't count. So you will have 7 days paid vacation if you're on a 6-month contract. And then if you're on a year, 12-month contract, you will have 14 paid vacation days for the TaLK program. With Epik, you get 26 paid vacation days. 10 in summer, 16 in winter. That is absolutely awesome. With Hagwons, however, you will get about 10 days paid vacation. So I believe it's like 5 days in the summer, 5 days in the winter. To be honest, guys, Epik is the way to go. Honestly, I mean, it's a public school, meaning it's run by the government. You are safe, you are secure, you're always gonna get your pays. Bona, you get your 26-day paid vacation. Hagwons, although they pay you similar to what Epik pays you, but you work, you earn your money there, guys. Those 30 hours are not for relaxing. I'm telling you, Epik teachers have so much free time. Like, they make it seem like Epik teachers work so much more than TaLK teachers, but it's really not the case. At least that's my opinion. I feel like sometimes they will work from 9 until 12 and then they're done. They're spending the rest of the day lesson planning. Guys, I'm telling you, Epik is the way. So with TaLK, like I said, you work 15 hours a week. You could work either curriculum classes or after school classes. So you can either come in the morning and do the curriculum periods, or you could come in the afternoon and do the after school periods, also depending on your school. With Epik, you come throughout the day. I believe you come between 8:30 and 9 o'clock until 4:30 to 5 p.m. So that's the Epik contract. And with the Hagwon, you work on a Monday to Friday, and you work usually from 1 to 6, or maybe 2 to 6, or 2 to 7, 2 to 8, 2 to 9, or 2 to 10, really depending on your school and what you and your contract and your school agreed on. So Hagwons are a lot. That's all I'm gonna say. So if you do really want to come to Korea, but you're really unsure about how you will feel being in a foreign country, how you will feel being in Korea, you can really come and test the waters with the TaLK program. Sign up for a 6-month contract, guys, and come hang out for 6 months and see what happens. If you absolutely love it, then you can just extend for another 6 months, maybe another year. And if you absolutely love it that much, you can even move to Epik or a Hagwon if you qualify, of course. Okay guys, so all I would say about TaLK, Epik and Hagwons is that TaLK is also really a lot of free time. I mean, you only work 15 hours a week. It's a part-time kind of deal because you don't work throughout the day. So you do really have a lot of free time. If you are like a student, or you want to be a student while you're doing the TaLK program, it's a great opportunity. It's a great thing to do. Like me, for example, I am currently a student as I am here in Korea doing the TaLK program. I'm also doing schooling part-time online through UNISA, which is called the University of South Africa. And with Epik, although you work 22 hours a week, meaning you work from the morning until the afternoon, you still really have a lot of time and you're getting paid really good money. So if you're not sure whether you want to come or not, do consider it. This is a very amazing opportunity. It's a great experience. Come see what other parts of the world have to offer. Hagwons, however, you really, really, really need to do your research. Make sure that you're finding a good school for yourself. I am so excited for you and your journey headed here in Korea. I'm wishing you all the best of luck. If you want to ask any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to head over to my Instagram. Once again, I'm K2Tiara on Instagram and K2Tiara on Twitter. Let's meet again on my next video. It is all love from me to you.